always start a minute or two late. Well, because the clock is late by 3 minutes. They need to adjust. Our clock is early. We always start at like 6:59. 6:59, 7:59. We're never late. We're always early. I do have one, so I can take the output from here. I can connect. I never do. I see over there what's going on. Right. So I can do like play trick on day one, but I mean like I have like a broadcast headset. Like I'm wondering. Oh, the camera have like you could there's a line in to those external wireless mics. You could plug in. I got the adapter. XLR connector, bigger one. Yeah, I've got the adapter too for that.
Well, good evening. Welcome to Howard Darwin Arena here in Maryville, Ontario for Game 14 of the 2025 Kahnawake Hunters season. The Hunters 11 wins, 2 losses. The Nepean Knights 12 wins, 3 losses coming in. So both of these two teams 9 games over 500. This is a showdown for first place in the Eastern Conference. The Hunters come in having won 7 in a row. Nepean getting back in the win column this past week over Akwesasne after dropping a game over the weekend 5-4 against the Gloucester Griffins. Griffins are in action tonight as well. They're at Enola Lagoa Arena battling the Akwesasne Thunder. The Hunters took down those very same Thunder last night in convincing fashion. It was 6-0 Hunters before the Thunder even got a shot on goal. Akwesasne just looked overmatched completely in that game. I don't think that's going to be the issue tonight. We got 2 very capable teams, both of whom fighting for first place in the Eastern Conference. The Hunters 11 wins, 2 losses. The Knights 12 up and 3 down. So someone will be in second place in the East. Points percentage-wise for sure, maybe even points by the time all is said and done. Staff and Hartley are officials for tonight's game as the Hunters come in wearing black with burgundy, and white trim. They'll be playing from left to right. The Knights in white with yellow, black, and a shade of red trim. They'll be playing from right to left. This is the third meeting between these two teams. Nepean took game 1 back in early May, 8-5. The Hunters winning game 2 a couple of weeks ago at home by a score of 9-8. Regular season-wise, the Hunters have not won here since 2017, although the playoffs last year obviously was probably the sweetest victory up to this point. And the next anthem you hear will be the Haudenosaunee national anthem. All right, so it is officially game time here at Howard Darwin Arena in Maryville. Hunters and the Nepean Knights set for action. Game 3 of 4 between these two teams during the regular season. Of course, they played 9 times last year, 4 in the regular season, 5 in the playoffs. And the way things are looking right now, East, this could very well be an Eastern Conference final preview. Hunters in black with white and burgundy. Starting netminder Casey Lahash and Matthias Houlihan for Nepean. Josh Sweet getting set to take this draw against Biro of the Hunters. So Biro, Cayman Daibo, Trey Deer, Bryce Stout, and Jensen White out there for the Hunters. And we are underway. This game brought to you by Mohawk Super Bingo, Pearl Spa Beauty and Wellness, as well as Biro slams it into his man. The Knights corral it, and Nepean is in control to start this game. Jacob Kaisik and Sean Kennedy sweeps it out. Gabe Young and near side Kennedy corrals this one off the hop. Gets by White, now picked up on a switch by Side Deer. Late man coming to the party. Ball knocked down, picked up, and a hopper comes on, save made. and a rebound corralled by Stout. Stout behind his own net, has a look, hits Owen Rice, lobbing it near side, Creighton Cree, and Trey Deer. 20 seconds to go. There's a pick. Owen Rice settles it in. Shot clock down to 12. Cayman Daibo back out to Rice. Shot clock at 7. Saganuk Watsuruyanis behind the goal. 4 seconds left. Hunters need to get a shot away. Out in front, that'll be a shot clock violation against the Hunters. And that's knocked away. Lobs at center, caught by the Hunters. Martin got ran into, and the Hunters forced the turnover and come back with possession. Trey Deer surveys the scene. Carter Smith switched up on him, and there's a shot by Deer out of play off the left pad of Houlihan. Connor Gorman. Dylan Martin, Cayman Daibo, Saganuk Watsuruyanis, Rice. So 3 lefties and 2 righties out there for the Hunters. Goal scored by Cayman Daibo on a rocket. And the Hunters strike first. Cayman Daibo let it go from just outside the house, right where the face-off dot to the right of Houlihan would be if this was hockey, and Kahnawake strikes first. Cayman Daibo gets comfortable here and lets her rip, and that's been the story for him. The beat has gone on. Started off slow this year, at least slow by his standards, but he's been terrific. Had a 9-point night last night in that 20-4 win at Enola Goa Arena. He scored the game's opening goal just 14 seconds in. Back on the Knights in possession. Picked up on the near side by Gabe Young. Wash spins off a check, cuts back to the middle, tied up, and he gets knocked into by Sideer. Shot clock at 7, long drive, save made. And there was a good finish off the check by Warren Oakes. Owen Rice up to Brett Bucktooth Jr. Give and goes with Trey Deer. Now at the top, it's Connor Gorman. Bucktooth Jr. misses the pass, and the Knights corral it. Ball in the corner to the left of the Nepean cage. Coming out with it is John Collins Williams, and he gets it over to Logan Grant on the near side. Elijah Terry, picked up by Cree, gets it back out, and this is Justin Stevenson. Back to Terry. Shot clock down to 7. Terry swings it out. Shot clock down to 4. This is Kennedy. He has got to fire it. And that is a shot clock violation against the Knights. Jensen White back out to Saganuk Watsuruyanis. 3 minutes gone by here in this opening period. Hunters 1, Knights no score. Cayman Daibo isolating on the far side. Now he'll play it up top for Owen. Gorman up top for Owen Rice. Martin out in front. Saganuk Watsuruyanis Rice with a shot. That's not on. Shot clock down to 7. Gorman swings it out. Martin round to 5. Gets by. Has to fire it. He does. Save made and a rebound corralled by the netminder Houlihan. Comes out to the near side. Farbin Griggs out to Game Young. And Young swings it up top for Elijah Terry. Terry against Jones. And Terry's pass is deflected. Picked up at the house. Comes out to Kennedy. Kennedy. His pass partially deflected and stolen by the Hunters. Sideer coming back. Gonna think about taking it himself, but he'll play it back out for Darius Jones. Trey Deer. Here's a shot fake. Penalty coming up for a high stick on Smith. Shot clock down to 10. Trey Deer with 5 seconds to shoot. Here's a shot, not on, and a penalty for high sticking call coming up against the Nepean Knights. First power play either way, and it'll go to the Hunters. Biro, Aiden Biro wearing number 10, the face-off man. Power play coming up for the Hunters. This power play brought to you by Find the Queen at Mohawk Super Bingo. So Cayman Daibo, Trey Deer, Saganuk Watsuruyanis Rice, and the Hunters going with a righty-heavy offense here. They have not shown that in the first 4.5 minutes of this game. Dylan Martin and Owen Rice on the far side. Cayman Daibo in the middle. Trey Deer, Suggo Rice on the near side. Trey switching, shooting, and that's sticked away. Saw a little bit less of Trey Deer offensively last night. He still had 7 points, but he spent most of his time in the defensive zone. Vincent Waugh against Van Domelen. Now the double looms. Waugh loses Van Domelen, and now he'll go back to the bench. Shot clock down to 7. Slingshot save and a rebound. Corralled by Cayman Daibo. The Hunters get a 30. Trey Deer does not have it. The Knights don't fall for it. We saw the hidden ball trick for the Hunters work like a charm Sunday in the win over Gloucester. Daibo to Gorman. To Cayman. Back out top to Gorman. Gorman swings it over to Suggo Rice. Shot clock down to 7. Gorman scored his 100th career goal last night, as did Suggo Rice. Cayman Daibo has to fire it up, and that'll be a shot clock violation. Hunters waited too long. Nepean ball. 37 to shoot, or 37 to go. That's over and back. Oh, they missed it. They caught it eventually. Two-second differential between the shot clock and the penalty clock. Hunters up 1-0 on a goal by Cayman Daibo, who has it. He swings it out to Owen Rice. Dylan Martin surveys to Martin, or to Rice. Back at the top. Owen Rice shoots, smash, save made. That's a back in. Hunters get a fresh 30 here. Daibo. Suggo Rice. Daibo shooting one, pad save. Martin catches it, fresh 30 Hunters. And the penalty to Smith is over. Carter Smith out of the box. His penalty has been served. Suggo Rice shoots, pads, or stick save made by Houlihan through traffic. Matthias Houlihan putting on a good show for his Knights in the early going. Kennedy knocked down by Van Domelen, and that'll be a cross check. Santagayantu Van Domelen will get the gate for an illegal cross check. He had his man down in a vulnerable position. And it's time for the Mohawk Super Bingo Find the Queen Hunters penalty kill. First penalty kill opportunity of the evening for the Hunters. Nepean, led by Stevenson here at the top. Stevenson, outside Elijah Terry, Sean Kennedy. And on the far side, trying to get numbers, I believe that's Ryan Cornell, number 6, as well as Griffin Armstrong. Stevenson gets the feed. Slingshot pass back up to the top. Stevenson shoots, pad save, Casey. Rebound, Warren Oakes picks it up. Oakes has to get it over in 5 seconds. He does, and Cayman Daibo corrals it. Daibo, he's got Gorman with him. Owen Rice and Brett Bucktooth Jr. on the floor as well as Connor Gorman, who's got it here with 7 seconds to shoot. Gorman skips it out. Owen Rice, 4 seconds left. Lets her rip. Save made and a rebound corralled by Houlihan, and he's done a really good job of that in the early going. Not giving up a lot of rebounds. His rebound control has been on point thus far in this game. 1 minute gone by in the penalty to Van Domelen. First power play for Nepean. 12-10 remaining period 1. Back out, and that will get out of play. And the Hunters will have possession. Trey Deer, 49 seconds to go in the power play for Nepean. Sagunugotsuru Yandis Rice, so 3 lefties and a righty out there for the Hunters. Trey Deer. Shot clock down to 10 seconds. Trey spins off a check. Backing down. Takes it by. One-hands it. Does not hit the net. Nepean ball. Wes Donnelly and Cayman Daibo having a mutual disagreement, which obviously would mean a disagreement. Ignore the mutual part there. 5 seconds to go in the power play for the Knights. Back out. We're back to full strength. Penalty to Van Dommelen's up. Terry sets the screen. Kennedy back out to the far side. Shot, pad save, fresh 30 Nepean. But Tylen Daibo corrals it now. And the Hunters get a fresh 30. And Darius Jones reels it in. 11 minutes to go, period 1. Kahnawake 1, Nepean no score. Owen Rice. Brett Bucktooth Jr. He's isolated. Takes it to the house and he falls in the crease. And the Knights corral it at center. This is Bosomworth. Vince Waugh spins off of the attempted check by Bucktooth. 1-0 lead for the Hunters. Kennedy around a screen. Backdoor play was available, but the pass was overthrown and it's corralled by Creighton Cree. Cree has to watch out. There's 3 Knights in the vicinity and Nepean comes up with the steal. If you take it to the teeth of the defense, sometimes you'll get bit. And Nepean's got it halfway through this opening stanza. 1-0 lead for the Hunters. This game brought to you by Pearl Spa Beauty and Wellness. And that will go out of play. Turnover on the Knights. Hunters ball. Second half of this period brought to you by Burning Leaf on Route 138 in Kahnawake, just across the street from Good Leafs Auto. Connor Gorman back out to Cayman Daibo. Rice out in front. Cayman gets free and he's turned away and tight by Houlihan. Crease violation on the Hunters. Nepean ball. 9:20 to go in this first period. Kennedy around Jensen White, but Van Dommelen was there to help. And that pass deflects, comes free to Van Dommelen, and he scoops it up for the Hunters. And Waugh comes up with a steal after Stevenson knocked it out of the stick of Van Dommelen. And Tylen Daibo's on it, fresh 30 Hunters. All right, both of these two teams not doing a good job of possessing the ball here. There's been 1 turnover for each here in the last 3 possessions, 2 by the Knights and 1 by the Hunters. Kahnawake game possession, 15 seconds to shoot. Saganugwatsuru Yanis out to Gorman. 10 seconds to go. Gorman back out. This is Bomberry out in front. Martin shoots, and it's out of the net. It went through the crease, was behind the keeper, and then swept away to the far side. Does not cross the line. Boy, good defensive play by Herbst, number 5 in white. We got a delayed penalty coming up to Darius Jones. Bouncer not on. Oh no, it's a bench minor, sorry. Unsportsmanlike conduct on the bench. Oh, it's not on, Jones. Sorry about that, Darius. Didn't mean to give you 2 minutes for nothing. Someone has to go serve this penalty. So Biro will serve it, and the Knights will go to work on power play number 2. Second chance for the Hunters. Penalty kill to get into gear. They are 1 for 1 on the PK. This penalty kill brought to you by Find the Queen at Mohawk Super Bingo. 8 minutes to go in the first. 1-0 lead for the Hunters, and the Knights are in possession. Swung back out from Terry, and a drive is blocked. Up the floor it goes. Here goes Bryce Stout. Stout in solo. He scores! Bryce Stout. It's a short-handed goal, and with 7:44 to go in the first, the Hunters go up by 2. Well, the shot is blocked, and then Stout gets in behind the defense. The Knights get a good, quick change off, just not quick enough, though, to deny Bryce Stout, who bounces one in short side, and the Hunters lead by 2. And we got a roughing call against Nepean. Side deer was roughed up, and that'll do it for the penalty power play. We're going to play 4-on-4. Jacob Kaisik will serve a penalty. 7:36 remaining here in this opening stanza. Kahnawake 2, Nepean no score. Join us this weekend. We'll be on the road in Brampton and in Mimico. Saturday at Memorial Arena in Brampton. Sunday in Mimico. Connor Gorman around the screen. Fires, not on. And that hits the top here, so Nepean ball. Back comes Kennedy. 7:10 to go here in this opening stanza. Hunters 2, Nepean no score. Elijah skips it out. There's a shot, pad save made as Demora was turned away. Demora picks it back up. Here's Kennedy jumping in. Kennedy swings it out. Stevenson back up to Kennedy near side. Pass fails to connect, and the Hunters are on it. Back comes Trey Deer. 1-on-1. Trey driving, and he'll face the double and roll it back out. Bomberry back on. 30 seconds to go in the 4-on-4. Saga Rice pass fails to connect with Cayman. Bounces off the wall. Knights can corral it, and Nepean comes back in transition. Collins Williams back out. Gabe Young rolling to the goal, tries to tuck it in on the cross-hand shot, does not work. Creighton Cree back on it. Cree gets away from danger, and he'll one-hand it and go to the bench. And someone's lost a shoe. I think Jensen White's shoe just went flying. Hunters are on it. Power play for the next 14 seconds. Time for a Mohawk Super Bingo find the queen. Hunters power play, a brief opportunity for them to find the queen. There's a shot, not on, and a rebound corralled by Carter Smith. Smith, moving pick. And the penalty is now over. Sago Rice around the screen. Through traffic, it hits the crossbar and then bounces back. Casey Lahash is gonna come meet this. And that was a little nerve-wracking if you're a Hunters fan, but regardless, the Hunters do got it, and they got a fresh 30. Or no, fresh 30, sorry. 10 seconds to shoot. Didn't that hit the crossbar? Here's a chance, Martin, and that will earn the reset. Dealing stoned and tight. And there goes another shoe, or unless that's still the same one, right by the Hunters bench. We got a penalty coming up to the Hunters. Shot clock down to 8, extra attacker on for Nepean. They got it on the left side of the goal, comes out to the front. Waugh shooting, and that's turned aside. And it's a roughing call. Okay, so it's not the throwing the shoe thing, which I thought it could have been. And it'll be on Trey Deer for the rough. Time for a Mohawk Super Bingo find the queen. Hunters penalty kill. Kahnawake 2 for 2 with the PK. They lead it 2-0 here with 4 minutes and 33 seconds left in period 1. Waugh. Near side, back up top. There's a shot, pad save made, and that'll go out of play. Fresh 30 Nepean. There's a long drive, not on. A rebound stays in play. Shot clock down to 18. Terry across center. Here's Terry. And that's shouldered away by Casey. And will deflect back into Nepean territory. Fresh 30 Knights. Terry. Armstrong to Terry. and he couldn't tuck it in. Picked up Waugh, shooting one, and that's sticked away. A rebound picked up by Stevenson, and now knocked loose, picked up Waugh behind the goal. Hunter's PK unit has to be feeling a bit fatigued here. Out in front, passes dropped, and Jensen White's on it. White, Stout, he's got one of the two Hunters goals. Stout to Rice, and Owen gets it over the restraining line. Connor Gorman. Yep, back out, near side, this is Gorman. Gorman has it knocked away, shot clock down to 8. Gorman slammed up against the wall. Shot clock at 5. Connor Gorman wasting time. That's all he's got to waste right now. Shot clock violation on the Hunters, Nepean ball. That'll take us to the 10-second mark of the penalty. Kennedy back in. Trey Deer getting ready to exit, and he is out of the sin bin. We're back to full strength. Hunters 3 for 3 on the penalty kill. Kennedy shoots, mask save made by Casey. A rebound picked up by Oakes. Oakes and Deer are in on a 2-on-1. Oakes shooting one, not on. Trey Deer picks it up. Deer spinning, doubled, triple teamed even. Oakes finds the handle, and Oakes kicks it out. Deer fires, and that's stopped by Houlihan. Good teamwork by Oakes and Deer. They get the shot away from about 35. But a good stick stop made by Houlihan. Down to 110 seconds left here in period 1. Out in front, pass fails to connect. Lobs back out to the far side of the goal. And this will be scooped up by Creighton Cree. 100 seconds remaining in period number 1. Darius Jones skips it out to Rice. Owen Rice, Sagunuguatsuru Yanis Rice out there as well. Cayman Daibo back on it. He skips it to Sugo, back over to Cayman on the far side. Owen Rice gets by, shooting against the grain, that's turned away by Houlihan. Josh Sweet. This is Waugh. Waugh skips it out. Down low, quick stick. Blocked out in front. Here's a pass out in front, knocked away, fished up, and that hit a Nepean stick. Final minute of play in the first. This final minute is brought to you by Burning Leaf on Route 138 in Kahnawake, just across from Goodleaf's Auto. Hunters in possession, up by a count of 2-0. Connor Gorman. Trey Deer shooting one, can't tuck it in, it's turned away. 35 left to go. We got ourselves a 7-second differential. Score! Gabe Young lets it go, and Nepean is on the board. It's 2-1. I was going to say, I was shocked here that Gabe Young decided to take the shot. There was still 23 on the shot clock when he let it go. And he rips cord over the left shoulder of Casey Lahash, so the Hunters' lead is cut in half here. It's 2-1. And Nepean will gather it here. I'm shocked that the Knights aren't going to use a timeout. Well, maybe that's why they're not using a timeout. Casey Lahash picks it up. Hunters aren't going to take a timeout. 6 seconds remaining. Down to 2. Owen Rice. And that will do it for a very entertaining opening 20 minutes of play. Stout and Cayman Daibo for the Hunters, Gabe Young for the Knights. It's 2-1 Kahnawake after 20. We're coming back with period number 2. You are watching Hunters Lacrosse on Baby Blue Memories, as well as a collaboration tonight with Laxvo Productions. We'll be right back. Welcome back to Howard Darwin Arena. Second period about to begin. The Kahnawake Hunters and the Nepean Knights. It's 2-1 Kahnawake. Bryce Stout and Cayman Daibo have scored for the Hunters. Gabe Young has scored for Nepean. All things considered, a pretty defensive-minded first period. Good goaltending as well. Period 2 is about to start. Aiden Biro and Josh Sweet in that face-off dot. And period 2 is underway. This game is brought to you by Pearl Spa Beauty and Wellness. And the Knights are in control. Thrown back in to Nepean territory. Nepean's got it. They'll take their time here. Bosamworth and Logan Grant now back for Nepean. Grant will go to the bench here. This is Stevenson. Stevenson attacking. He shoots. Shoulder save Casey. Rebound loose at the far side. And Waz on it for Nepean. Second chance opportunity. Knights. There's a screen by Kennedy. Waz stutters. Kicks it back out. He'll try to cut to the goal. Creighton Cree staying with him. Kennedy tries to set a pick. And that's deflected by Stout into the lap of Casey Lahash. And Jensen White back to center. He'll swing it out. Sagunuk Watsaduk Yanis Rice and Owen Rice. Tradier, Owen Rice. Cayman Daibo. Brett Bucktooth Jr. going to the goal, 4 seconds to go. Owen Rice gets a shot away, save made. A rebound, Ballberry, post! And a moving pick on Smith. Hunter's ball. $18:30 to go in the second. Gorman, Bucktooth Jr. knocked down by Smith. Comes to the near side where this is Wes Donnelly. Out in front. Off angle shot, save made, and a rebound comes to Cy Deer. And Deer comes back for the Hunters across center. Has a look and lobs it to the far side. This will be Trey Deer corralling it. Deer around the screen from Suggo Rice. Comes to Cayman Daibo near side. Daibo shooting one. He scores! It sneaks through. Cayman Daibo able to find some room on the short side. And Kahnawake ups the lead to 2 again. It's 3-1 with 17:53 to go in the second. This is a good screen set. I believe it's Cy Deer setting the screen. Cayman Daibo uses that, cuts right in there, drifts to his right, but tucks it back and just is able to find a little room short side under the armpit of Muhulahan. And Biro's on it. Warren Oaks. Jensen White skips it out. Connor Gorman. Out to Trey Deer. He scores! Trey Deer in tight. Tucks it home. Largest lead either way. It's now 4-1 Kahnawake with 17:29 to go in the second. The second oldest play in the book behind the give and go, the pick and roll. Executed to perfection. Trey Deer is able to bounce one through the wickets of Houlihan. If you're the Hunters, if you get him open on the tip of the crease every day, I think you'll live with it. You'll be more than happy to have him right there. 4-1 advantage, visitors. Knights corral it in transition. There's a shot not on. Rebound knocked down and corralled by Stevenson. Back out. Bouncer is picked up by Young. And now Wah. Out in front, quick stick, not there. Shot clock down to 10. Gabe Young picks it up. Young swings it out. Here's a drive, that's blocked by Stout. And that'll be a shot clock violation on the Knights. Hunters ball. 16:55 to go, second period. Kahnawake 4, Nepean 1. Trey Deer. Cayman Daibo. Owen Rice. Back out for Trey Deer. Around a screen. Fires a bouncer, and that's turned away. Picked up by the Knights. Back comes Nepean. Oh, the Hunters got 6 out here. That's a penalty. Delayed call, Hunters. Pass out. Side here on the intercept, and too many men on the floor. Penalty kill number 4 for the Hunters coming up here. Second bench minor the Hunters have taken tonight. Nepean ball, and Nepean on the power play. Bureau will serve it. 16:09 to go in the second period. This penalty kill is brought to you by Find the Queen at Mohawk Super Bingo. The draws are held every single Sunday on Zoom. You can only get your tickets on the floor at Mohawk Super Bingo. And Nepean Knights in possession. The Hunters 3 for 3 on the penalty kill thus far. They lead it 4-1. Stevenson at the top here. Left heavy offensive set for the Knights. Giving it going, and Stevenson cranking one right on, save made by Casey. Here comes Jensen White for the Hunters. White skips it to Gorman. Gorman surveys the scene. Farbin Giggs is on him. Gorman spins around, shot clock down to 9. Gorman lets it go. That deflects and will go wide of the net. And Nepean's got it here. Hunters have killed off 50 seconds thus far of Nepean power play time. Here is Elijah. Young. Stevenson. Back to Young. Elijah at the top. Waugh. Stevenson out in front. Pass fails to connect. Creighton Cree trying to knock it down. And that'll be a shot clock violation against Nepean. Hunters ball. Oakes to Cree. Cree gets it over to Cayman Daibo, and the Hunters do get it over the timeline. 10-second differential between the shot clock and the penalty clock. Gorman. Connor Gorman gets a screen from Suggo Rice. Shot lands on goal. The Hunters got a fresh 30. That hit the right shoulder of Houlihan. And that will do it for the Hunters. Penalty. Wait, the penalty, the clock has stopped. Clock has stopped. It's not moving. There you go. Quick stick by Bucktooth, not on. And back come the Knights, 2-on-1. And that pass fails to connect. Side Deer's on it. Owen Rice catches this one. 2-on-1 Hunters pushing the pace. Trey Deer, 1-on-1. Back out. Owen Rice fires. Good stop. A rebound kept out by Houlihan. Penalty. Against White, Jensen White pressuring him, and now he switches on to Elijah. Late man coming on to the play for the Knights. Remember, this is the period with a long change here. That's turned over. Oakes will take his time. Oakes leaves it for Cayman Daibo. Dylan Martin. Pass to the far side. Bucktooth, a shot not on. A rebound stays in play. And Nepean's got it. Breakaway opportunity for the Knights. This is Wallet. And he's turned away by Casey. Oh, Dylan Daibo with a hit. That'll be a penalty. And Nepean will go to work on the power play. Penalty kill number 5 for the Hunters. They call it, it's an elbowing. Two-minute minor. Oh, penalty kill number 5 for the Hunters. And I think Thunder Jacobs and Brandon Francis want to know what the penalty was. Penalty kill number 5 for the Hunters. They are 4 for 4 on the PK. Elijah. 2-minute minor for elbowing. Quick stick, no. Rebound picked up by Jensen White. White knocked down, and he tried to one-hand it. Still had possession. That's 10. It's got to be 10 seconds by now. Yeah. Back on the Knights. Smith and Stevenson at the top. Stevenson, righty offense. Righty set here with the top being Elijah. Back up top. Slung back to the middle. And that is intercepted by Creighton Cree. Cree coming back, 2-on-1. Cree swings it over and the pass fails to connect with Trey Deer. Deer picks it up. And Deer will back it out. Try to kill more time off the clock. That's a penalty. Delayed penalty coming up. And that'll nullify the power play. Make it 4-on-4. High sticking is the call. It's on Carter Smith. 11:36 to go in the second period. Kahnawake 4, Nepean 1. So here is Sagunagwatsulu Yanis Rice. Cayman Daibo. Driving, he shoots, turned away. Rebound picked up the floor. Look out, here's a breakaway opportunity. Kaisek, and he scores. He sneaks it through. He bounces one through the wickets of Lahash, and it's 4-2. Here with 11:18 to go in the second. And the Knights win the draw. "20 seconds left in the 4-on-4. And then the Hunters will go to work on a brief power play. Shot comes in, not on. Rebound comes to Cayman Daibo. He's got it on the near wall. 3 seconds left in the 4-on-4, and now it's time for a Mohawk Super Bingo Find the Queen Hunters power play. Trade here. Sagunagwatsulu Yanis. Cayman Daibo. Sagunagwatsulu Yanis, Cayman, Owen, Martin. Comes out. 5 seconds to shoot. Owen. Pass fails to connect with Deer, and that will be a shot clock violation on the Hunters. This has been something they've been guilty of. They've been trying to find that backdoor shot too often. It's great when it gets through, but when anything's just a bit off, the entire play goes to Rosh. We got a roughing call on Darius Jones. And that will nullify the Hunters power play, so we're back to 4-on-4 for the next 34 ticks. I think Houlihan's trying to signal to Hartley to get a goalie's timeout. I don't think Houlihan's going to get that timeout that he wants. I mean, it's as close to halfway through the second as we'll get. There's 10:05 left here. There's the screen. And a shot, stick save made by Casey. Fresh 30 Nepean. Stout on defense. Comes to Stevenson. Back out. And a drive is turned away by Casey. Here's Stevenson. 5 seconds left of the penalty to Carter Smith. And now it's time for a Mohawk Super Bingo Find the Queen Hunters penalty kill. Kahnawake 5 for 5 on the PK thus far. Pass is deflected and intercepted by Cy Deer, and the pass is behind Stout. Knights in possession. Updated in Noah Arena right now. Akwesasne has just scored. It is 8-6. Gloucester leading the Thunder. Akwesasne currently out of a playoff spot if this day the playoffs would start today. 5 seconds to go on the shot. And that's fumbled and stolen. Stout, he's got Cree with him. And that's intercepted. The Hunters PKers have to stay out there. Sharp angle shot is not on. Hunters ball. Jensen White gets over the line. And he'll shoot it out for Cayman Daibo. And the Hunters are 6 for 6 on the penalty kill. Gorman shot save. Fresh 30 Hunters. And both teams are at full strength. Cayman Daibo around the screen. He fires, and that's stopped by the netminder Houlihan. Look out! One-handed over to Smith. Pass is intercepted. And that is Warren Oakes. Oakes up the floor. Gorman picks it up off the hop. Shot clock should be reset. There you go. Trade here. Back to Gorman. 7:20 to go in the second. Owen Rice has some room. Lets her rip, and he missed. Trade here. He shoots. Nepean ball. Here come the Knights. In semi-transition, Grant threw it out. Here's a look. No goal, crease violation. Darius Jones up the floor. Trade here. He's got a one-on-one. He's going to take it. Backhands it to Cayman, and he's in too deep. Daibo resets. Shot clock down to 20. Bucktooth. Pass eludes Trey. He's got it back now. Penalty coming up to Nepean. And we got a power play on deck for the Hunters. 6:36 to go in the second. Not a whole lot separating these two teams right now. 2 goals to be exact. Kahnawake leading at 4-2. Time for a Mohawk Super Bingo Find the Queen. Hunters power play. Kahnawake 0 for 3 thus far on the man advantage. Neither team with a power play tally. Nepean 0 for 6, Kahnawake 0 for 3, and this is power play number 4 for the Hunters. This power play brought to you by Find the Queen at Mohawk Super Bingo. The draws are held every single Sunday on Zoom. Dylan Martin up to Cayman Daibo. Saganogwaturu Yanis. Owen Rice out in front. Trey Deer can't tuck it in. That was blocked. 14 to shoot. Back up top for Cayman. Cayman shoots. And they give it a reset. Fresh 30 Hunters. That was turned away by Houlihan. Deer. Rice. To Kamen. Back out. Shot! It stopped. It goes through the legs, but it comes out the other side, and Kamen Daibo's on it. And the Hunters will settle things down. Suggle Rice. Trade here. Owen Rice gets the feed. Owen shooting one, not on. Nepean ball. First minute gone by in the Hunters PP. 4-2 Kahnawake leading. Hunters outscored Nepean 2-1 in the first, and they've outscored them here 2-1 in the second with 5:25 to go. Sweet. Back out. Armstrong surveys Jones, kicks it out. Long drive is not on. That's over and back and off the mesh anyway, so Hunters ball. Here is Kamen Daibo. Trade here, back to Kamen. 24 to go on the power play. Kamen back to... Kamen gets it back here and a shot save made. Gorman tracks it, fresh 30 Hunters. Connor Gorman with 10 to shoot. Gorman to Kamen. No goal. And that will do it for the Hunters power play. Both teams 0-4 on the PP. The Knights 0-6, and now the Hunters 0-4. Penalty killing for both teams has been solid this evening. Stevenson, Norton nearly intercepted, knocked away and stolen by Darius Jones. 4 minutes, 14 seconds to go, period 2. Darius Jones to Bucktooth. Kamen Daibo. Out. Bomberry not able to handle the pass. It rolls back behind the goal. Leighton Bomberry pinned. That's a back in. Bomberry. And his pass is deflected. Kamen Daibo has it knocked away. Breakaway opportunity. Jacob Kaisik in the clear. Saved by by Casey. Kamen picks it up here. Kamen Daibo. 3:30 to go in the second. Daibo back out. Martin rolling to the goal. Dylan Martin turned aside. Knights pick it up. 3 minutes and 20 seconds to go in the second period. The Knights have possession. There's a shot, and that's turned away by Casey. Darius Jones sends it over. Behind the goal, Deere. 20 seconds to shoot. Connor Gorman. Out to Kamen Daibo. Daibo shoots, save. Rebound picked up by the Knights. And Nepean's on it, 2:40 to go in the second. $15 to shoot. Here's a drive, and that's blocked as Donnelly let it go. Demora trying to handle it. He does here. 7 seconds to shoot. Demora cutting to the goal. And that shot's blocked by Deere and scooped up by Stout. There's a shot, save made. Donnelly. Bounced over to Armstrong on the near side. 15 seconds to shoot. Armstrong, a drive, and that's stopped. Van Dommelen picks it up. Van Dommelen, and here's Bucktooth, or Trey Deere attacking. One-on-one. Now a second man comes in. Kamen. Back out, Martin. Martin skips it out. Jones shooting, not on, and that'll stay in play. 5 seconds to shoot. Martin has to fire it. Back out. Jones, no. A minute 10 left here in the second. Kahnawake 4, Nepean 2. Kennedy. Demora. Back out. Stevenson shoots, crossbar. And Nepean will get it back here with 56.2 seconds remaining in the second. Stevenson around Norton, and then Stevenson ran into a cold shoulder from Tylan Dibo. Backdoor play, Bryce Stout intercepts, and it'll be corralled here by Warren Oakes. Boy, I would love to see how many loosies that young man has picked up for the Hunters tonight, number 16. 10-second differential between the game and the shot. 30 seconds to go in the game, or in the period, I should say. 4-2, Kahnawake Dibo. Near side, chance, pad save made. Nepean's on it. Knights want a timeout. They will get the timeout with 20.1 to go here in the second. This timeout is brought to you by Pearl Spa Beauty and Wellness. Want to look and feel your best? Trust the experts at Pearl Spa Beauty and Wellness, located at the bottom of Blind Ladies Hill. Pearl Spa Beauty and Wellness since 2022. Looking at the out-of-town scoreboard right now, Junior C action. Our Kahnawake Hunters are trailing 11-8 to the Cornwall Celtics. That is at the end of 2, so the Celtics leading the Hunters in Junior C action 11-8. Junior B action, Akwesasne trailing Gloucester right now 8-6 at Anoa Lagoa Arena. Barrie Bombers and the Halton Hills Bulldogs. Barrie leading Halton Hills right now 7-5 with a minute 10 left to go. If Barrie wins that game, they will be 1 game behind a playoff spot. And that would be Halton Hills, their first losing season since 2008. They've already lost 10 games. If they lose another one, it would guarantee a losing season for the Bulldogs. And Halton Hills had to rally from being down 5-1 to beat the Newmarket Redbirds. So just goes to show you there's nothing nothing called a guaranteed win in Ontario Junior Lacrosse. No guaranteed wins in this league. 18 seconds to go. $12 seconds left. Nepean has pulled their goalie. Swung out, down to 2. There's a shot, not on, and that will do it for period number 2. A defensive struggle. The Kahnawake Hunters outscored Nepean 2-1 in the first. They've outscored Nepean 2-1 in the second. 4-2 Kahnawake on top after 40. We're coming back with the third. You're watching Hunters Lacrosse tonight. Special guest cameraman Martin Waugh from Lax Folk Productions, as well as Baby Blue Memories. We're coming back.
to be improving a lot. I don't know.
He played it with other top guys and beat him 12-9. Like, he never got the sense that the Gales were going to win that game, but we were never, like, out of the woods, you know? Right. They hung around the whole game. And, you know, I said before the season that the Ironheads, if we really were going to be better than the Gales, All right, away we go. Period number 3 about to begin. The Kahnawake Junior B Hunters and Nepean Knights. It's 4-2 Hunters. Kahnawake outscored Nepean 2-1 in the first, and Kahnawake outscored Nepean 2-1 in the second. It's been a very defensively focused matchup here. Cayman Daibo, Trey Deer, and Bryce Stout have scored for the Hunters. Jacob Isaac and Gabe Young have scored for Nepean. This is totally different than what's going on at the sports complex right now. It is 11-8 Cornwall Celtics leading the Junior C Hunters at the Plex. Oh, here we go. Period number 3 about to begin. Josh Sweet, face-off violation, false start on Sweet, Hunters ball. And the Hunters making that switch, so Bureau not taking draws anymore. Instead, it's Leighton Bomberry. Connor Gorman. There's Jones to Gorman. Gorman swings it out to Cayman Daibo. Owen Rice. Rice driving, got the step, swings it out in front, passes intercepted. And back come the Knights. Shot, pad save, rebound, deflects to the near side corner, and the Knights corral it. Fresh 30 Nepean. Kennedy, near side. Gives and goes, gets the return feed. Here's Kennedy. Shot clock is at 10. There's a shot save made as the manual shot clock was on. This game brought to you by Pearl Spa Beauty and Wellness, as well as Mohawk Super Bingo and Burning Leaf. Creighton Creed. Brett Bucktooth Jr. Bucktooth binned by Smith. Lost his balance. Gorman. And that'll be a wraparound penalty, I think, on Bucktooth. Donnelly. Back out, wraparound penalty coming up here to the Hunters. Either a wraparound or a hold. You never really see a wraparound called anymore, but if there is a wraparound penalty, that will be the call here. 10 seconds to go, extra attacker on for Nepean. Shot comes in, not on. Oh, it's just a hold. You never see the wraparounds called anymore, but if there was a wraparound, then that would make the argument right there, I think. Holding call, and for the 7th time tonight, the Hunters are going to go to work on a Find the Queen Hunters penalty kill. Kahnawake 6 for 6 killing penalties. We'll see if they'll add the extra point or if Nepean will add a point right now. 4-2 Hunters on top. Stevenson. Elijah to Stevenson. Stevenson shoots, and that's stopped by Casey. Santagayan to Van Domelen. Owen Rice. He's got possession. Sagano Guatuluyanis. 10 seconds to shoot. Oh, nice shoots, that's stopped. Nepean ball. Someone lost a helmet. That was John Collins Williams, who has his helmet and his stick being brought back to him in the bench. First minute gone by in the Nepean power play. 4-2 Kahnawake leading Nepean. 12 seconds to shoot. Armstrong swings it, broken up. Jones. And the Hunters corral it. Van Domelen. Jensen White. He'll get in and drop it out for Connor Gorman. Gorman has a look. 10 seconds to shoot. Gorman held, and that'll be a penalty on the Knights. Pad save made. And the penalty has been called with 17 seconds left in the original Hunters minor. It'll be 4-on-4 here, holding the call on Carter Smith. 16:22 to go in the third period. Kahnawake 4, Nepean 2. This game brought to you by Pearl Spa Beauty and Wellness. Trey Deer to Cayman Daibo, back to Deer. Giving it going with Cayman, and now it's played out to Martin. Connor Gorman. Daibo on the far side gets a pick from Martin, and now back out to Gorman. Gorman back to Cayman. Cayman with 9 to shoot. Has a look in a backdoor play. Trey Deer, that's turned aside. And the Hunters are officially on a Mohawk Super Bingo Find the Queen power play. Kahnawake 0 for 4 tonight. Nepean is 0 for 7. Trey Deer. Saganuk Yanis. Gorman. Trey. Cayman. Shooting not on, and Trey catches it. 7 seconds to shoot. Pass fails to connect with Martin, and the Knights are on it. Nepean gets over. First minute gone by here in the power play for the Hunters. Tehainaraqua Norton. Backdoor feed broken up by Warren Oakes. And he's on it again. Trey Deer rings it in. Cayman. Saganuk Yanis, back to Gorman. Gorman. Trey with 8 to shoot. Back up top, this is Cayman Daibo to Trey Deer. He fires, block. Shot clock violation. And this will do it for the Hunters power play. These two teams are now a combined 0 for 12 on the power play. Doesn't mean you want to keep giving your opponent chances, though. Shot clock down to 5. Kennedy has to fire one up, and Oakes gets in the way. Warren Oakes defensively is having an MVP-like game tonight. Other games going on in Olagoa Arena, game tied at 9. Here's a shot blocked, and that'll go out of play. Hunters ball. The Thunder and the Griffins are even at 9 goals apiece. Here's a feed to Daibo, that failed to connect, and the Knights are on it. Halton Hills has come back to take the lead over Barrie. It's 8-7. Feed. Lands behind the net. Tylen Daibo lowers the boom. 8 seconds to go. Daibo on the intercept. Got it to Jones. And Biro now. Trey Deer. Weaving his way through out of traffic. Connor Gorman. Leighton Bomberry. Dylan Martin. Backdoor feed, and that's turned aside. .12:35 remaining. Kennedy. Back in front. Pass a little too deep. Now corralled by Wallet. Wallet being pressured by Side Deer, comes back out. There's an overhander, save made, a rebound. Sai picks it up. Sai pinned against the wall, got it to Darius Jones. Jensen White. Bucktooth. Owen Rice. And this is Connor Gorman. Bucktooth. Gorman. Owen Rice. Driving, shooting, and that's turned away. .4-2 Hunters leading the Knights here in Nepean. 11 minutes, 38 seconds to go here in this third period of play. Comes to Kennedy. Out in front. Pass is broken up and stolen by Warren Oakes. Darius Jones. Slammed up against the wall. Trey Deer. Cayman Daibo. Saganuk Watsanuk Yanis. He shoots. Pad save made. And Rice has it roll back. Corralled by the Knights. Nepean still on it. Good hustle tracking this down by Farbin Griggs. Here's a look. Score! John Collins Williams sneaks it in, and it is 4-3. One goal game. And I believe that's his first, is that his first career goal? That's his first career goal. And it comes to a 10:52 to go in the third. One goal game. And the Knights can't corral it. Ball bouncing everywhere. And the Hunters are on it. Jensen White. Pressured by Waugh. And that will hop into the Nepean bench. Ten and a half remaining. Kahnawake 4, Nepean Knights 3. Kennedy scoots it out. Demora gets the bouncer right on, turned away by Casey. And the Knights will get a fresh 30. Score! Colby Demora has tied the game at 4. 2 goals in 30 seconds. And the Knights have tied this game. They're on a 3-0 run since the score was 4-1. And that's one back. And the Knights control. Well, that's a back in. Owen Rice to Bucktooth. Behind the goal, Cayman Daibo. Daibo to Rice. Owen driving by, and he got it knocked out of his stick. 10 seconds to shoot. Trey Deer plays it towards the bench. Hunter's ball, or Nepean ball. .9:29 to go here in the third period of play. Roughing call on the Hunters. So power play number 8 is here for Nepean right now. Time for a Mohawk Super Bingo, find the Queen. Hunters penalty kill Kahnawake 7 for 7 on the PK. 9:25 to go in the third. Elijah Kennedy shoots and a big save. Stevenson on it, fresh 30 Nepean. Played out. 15 seconds to shoot. Kennedy fires, not on. A rebound, the flex, and that'll go back into Knights territory. 7 seconds to shoot. Kennedy is going to fire a 180-foot prayer, not answered. I got stuck behind the net. Hunters ball. Trey Deer. Against John Collins Williams. Out to Saganuk Watsuru Yanis Rice. 3 lefties and a righty out there for the Hunters. Trey Deer really battling with Collins Williams there. Cayman Daibo shoots and he missed it. And the Knights keeper's got it. Pass is intercepted. Cayman Daibo fires and that's turned aside. And the Hunters will get a fresh 30. Cayman Daibo interfered with. Kahnawake ball. Owen Rice taking his time. 20 seconds to go in the penalty. Cayman Daibo. Here's Brett Bucktooth Jr. 3 seconds to go in the penalty. Bucktooth spinning. Gets a shot away. Save made. Rebound. Loose at the tip of the crease. Harriming. And the Hunters will get the ball. Penalty is over. Kahnawake is 8 for 8 on the penalty kill. Martin. Bucktooth Jr. near side. 3 lefties out there for the Hunters. Brett Bucktooth Jr. He shoots and misses, trying to go short side. That goes out of play. Nepean ball. That comes Nepean. Over center. Comes to the near side. There's a shot. Score! Gabe Young, and it's 5-4 with 7 minutes to go. And Nepean leads for the first time tonight. Zero. And Nepean controls. That's Wah scoops it up. Well, face-offs have been a battle in which the Knights have won a majority of tonight. Passed out in front. And that's sent back out to center. Kennedy fires. Shot clock violation on the Knights. 6:20 to go. Kahnawake now in the back seat, trailing by a goal here. Trey Deer. And that pass is picked off. 2-on-1. And that's turned away by Casey Lahash. 5 minutes, 55 seconds to go here in the third. Kahnawake has not scored in 28 game minutes. Dylan Martin tripped, and there's going to be a penalty. And maybe a golden opportunity here. Power play number 6 coming up for the Hunters. This power play is brought to you by Find the Queen at Mohawk Super Bingo. Dylan Martin getting up. Favoring that right knee as he makes his way back to the Hunters bench. Meanwhile, at Anoa Lagoa Arena, 3 minutes and 30 seconds left to go. Akwesasne leads Gloucester 13-12. 3.5 to go there. A win for the Thunder vaults them back into the 8th playoff spot. 25 seconds on the shot clock. Hunters trailing 5-4 with 5.5 to go here in the 3rd. Gorman, Cayman Daibo, shoots, crossbar! Gorman picks it up. Fresh 30 Hunters. Sugo Rice catches it. Gorman skips it out. Quick stick shot, save made. Owen Rice sweeps it lands on net. Houlihan's on it. Owen Rice with the steal. Oh, what a save! Houlihan takes it away. Oh, the Hunters got too many, I think. Yo, timeout. I thought they were calling for something. Kahnawake takes a timeout with 4:42 to go. Oh, Matthias Houlihan stones Owen Rice and keeps this a 5-4 Nepean lead. 4:42 to go, 104 in the power play. Timeout, Kahnawake this timeout. Brought to you by Pearl Spa, Beauty and Wellness. Want to look and feel your best? Trust the experts at Pearl Spa, Beauty and Wellness, located on the bottom of Blind Ladies Hill. And oh man, they can help you deal with the stress of watching a game like this one here. Stressful here, stressful at Anoa Lagoa as well. 13-12 Thunder on top of the Griffins. So 4:42 to go. That was the first time out the Hunters have used in this ball game. And nobody there to meet Hartley at the restraining line. Dylan Martin. Leighton Bomberry. Dylan Martin back to Trey Deer. Martin, Bomberry, Cayman Daibo. Down low, quick stick. Oh, overhand again. They can't solve this Rubik's Cube. Back out. Rice. Up top, Cayman Daibo with room. Blocked. Rolls behind the net. Houlihan's on it. Oh, they've gotten 4 quality opportunities here on this power play. Skipped out. 14 seconds to go in the penalty. The shot clock will expire after the penalty does. Shot not on. Penalty's over. And the Hunters are 0 for 6 on the power play. Every possession so valuable right now. It's 5-4. Nepean, Cayman Daibo to Connor Gorman. Gorman around the screen, back out. Rice, Cayman, 12 seconds to shoot. Cayman Daibo to Connor Gorman, fires, block. And that'll roll into the Nepean bench. Fresh 30 Hunters though. Probably a fortunate thing for the Hunters that just went a bit wide instead of staying in. Cayman Daibo. Trey Deer has it taken away. And the Knights throw it into the bench. 2:55 to go. Nepean 5, Kahnawake 4. Bucktooth. Trey Deer. Back out, Cayman, Daibo. Shooting one, save! And that's covered up. Logan Grant on it for the Knights. And you know Nepean's going to be in no rush here. Wade's looking at the Hunters, might get 3 more possessions to try to tie this baby up. Wow. 5 seconds to shoot. And that'll be a fresh 30 Knights. And you might as well put that number down to 2 right now for the Hunters. Maybe 2 more possessions to try and get the game tired here. There's a cranker by Stevenson. That hit somebody in the back of the leg. Picked up by the Knights. Shot clock down to 14. 2 minutes to go in this regulation. One-handed by Juan, not on. 4 seconds to go. Shot clock violation, Nepean. 100 seconds to go. Nepean is on a 4-0 run. The Hunters have not scored in, let's see here, let me try to do some quick math, 34 game minutes. Sagano Guaturu Yanis. Dylan Martin, Owen Rice shooting one, save! And a lot of that, a majority of that has been because the netminder for Nepean, Houlihan, has been outstanding tonight. Ooh, might have gotten away with one there. I don't know if they're going to call that with 75 seconds to go in a 1-goal game. Backdoor feed, 10 seconds to shoot. Shot, save, rebound. Fought for, and Creighton Cree's on it. Trey Deer back. We are in the final minute. Attacker, extra attacker on, goaltender's out. Leighton Bomberry, the 6th man. Final minute brought to you by Burning Leaf. Cayman Daibo, out in front. Sugo Rice, spinning, shooting, save made. Nepean's got it. 7-second differential between the game and the shot clock. 7-second differential. The Hunters down by 1. And extra seconds ticked off. They're going to put a few on the clock, I'd imagine, here. They're going to put a few extra seconds off on the clock. Should be about 7. Netminder's out, 6.2. Extra attacker on. Cayman Daibo coming back. Down to 3. Daibo out in front. Deer in front, shot. No, it's over the net, and the Knights come back to win. The Hunters go scoreless for the final 37 minutes. And blow a 4-1 lead. And like we said last night, not a whole lot of time to think about this because the Hunters are going to be in action in 44 hours. We'll be live for you on my YouTube channel proper, 7 p.m. Saturday when the Hunters visit the Brampton Excelsiors. Brampton fighting for their playoff lives. And then we'll be with you on Sunday at 1 o'clock at Port Credit Arena in Mississauga when the Hunters visit the Mimico Mountaineers. We get to avoid that industrial part of Mimico, and we don't have to play in that blazing hot heat at that Mimico Arena. Your final score tonight, Nepean Knights 5, Kahnawake Hunters 4. We want to give a big shout out to Martin Wall, Laxvo Productions. We'll see you again on Saturday. We're on a 44-hour break. Until then, on Igiwahi.